So we have a different type of softwares available in the real time, right? So let's take the softwares here, right? Here we have a two types of softwares like that we discussed. So that is a types of softwares, right? We have a two types of softwares in the real time here, right? So the first one is the SAP, the second one is the non-SAP like that we discussed, correct? So the first is the SAP softwares here. This is the SAP is the one vendor or it is a one product, SAP product applications. So the second one is the non-SAP product applications here, non-SAP vendor applications here. See here, first one is the SAP, the second one is the non-SAP applications here. See here, non-SAP applications, right? So non-SAP means here we have a okay multiple here. We have a Oracle, right? So we have some Microsoft applications, right? Next one is we have a something here IBM based applications, etc. Like that, we have a n number of okay non-SAP product applications available in the real time here. So now again, if you go here, SAP divided into the again two types here. So one is the on-premise, one is the cloud applications like that we discussed. So one is the on-premise, one is the cloud here. Again, the same way, if you go to the non-SAP also, again divide into the on-premise, right? So as well as the corresponding cloud applications like that we discussed here. Okay, so again we have a cloud softwares here, right? So again we have a cloud applications here. Cloud applications are cloud softwares here. So cloud softwares. So the same way here also we have a on-premise softwares here. On-premise softwares or applications here. So the similar way, if you go for the non-SAP, again we have two types of applications we have here. So that is the first one is the, so if you go to the each and every non-SAP product here, non-SAP product here, we have a two types here. One is the okay, so on-premise as well as cloud, both we can see here, and on-premise as well as cloud applications both we can see here, right? So now see here we have a one more here that is called as a cloud softwares here, that is called as a cloud applications from the non-SAP here. So that is the cloud applications here. So again, see here, what do you mean by cloud? What do you mean by on-premise like that we discussed in the last class also here, right? So let's, okay, so first we'll provide the connectivity here. See here, this software should have two types. Next, okay. So each software having the corresponding on-premise as well as cloud applications, on-premise as well as cloud applications here. Next one is we need to identify what do you mean by on-premise, what do you mean by cloud like that we need to decide now. So what do you mean by on-premise? What do you mean by cloud? So I already told you in the last class. So cloud is nothing but everything will take care by vendor. Whereas, okay, on-premise is nothing but everything will take care by the corresponding customer itself. I already given the corresponding example here in the last class. I think, okay, so no need to explain that again. So let's go ahead from there. Right. So now we have a, so this type of softwares available here. So let's give some of the applications from the on-premise here. On-premise, I told you, right? Everything will take care by customer. Everything will take care by customer here. Customer here. This is everything will take care by customer here. Right, the same way. So if you go to the non-SAP on-premise also, again the same thing here. Again non-SAP on-premise also again same here. Everything will take care of customer itself. Again we have the corresponding. So in case of cloud, okay, so this will take care by everything will take care by vendor here. This is vendor here. Right, so it's a vendor here. So next same way, again if you go to the non-SAP on cloud also, again everything will take care by vendor like this, right? So now again we need to identify, okay, so what type of applications we can see in the on-premise. At least we need to identify some of the applications, because you are the software engineer, so you should know what are the applications available under SAP, what are the technical modules as well as function modules, with respect to the administration, all the things you need to know. Again, you need to identify the corresponding non-SAP applications also here. So let's take some applications from SAP on-premise here. So the first one is we have a ECC here. First one is the ECC here. ECC 6.0. ECC means Enterprise Central Component here. It is a single. Under this, we have multiple modules, multiple technologies we can see here. So we have a SD here, multiple applications here. SD means sales and distribution here. This is the one module from SAP, right? If you go to the real time, the people some people will work on the corresponding SD here. Okay, next one is we have a MM here, material management. Next one is we have a FICO here, finance and controlling here. So again we have a HCM here, human capital management. So we have a SCM here, supply chain management here. Like that we have a N modules available under SAP here. Like that we have a N number of modules here. So at least you need to remember these are all some of the modules what we see from the SAP under on-premise SAP here, right? Just you need to remember, and because if you go to the interviews, people may ask you this question here. So which are the modules you worked on in the real time here? Like that they may ask you, you should know, okay, these are the modules integration I worked on, right? So SD integration, FICO integration, HCM, like that you need to identify here. Because if you're going to communicate with SAP, always from which SAP application you communicated, that you need to identify here. So whether you communicated with SAP, SD module or MM module or FICO module or HCM or SCM or CRM, IS retail, like that we have n number of modules here. So depends on your domain of industry, depends on your business, depends on your transactions. We are going to use the corresponding modules here. So any one of these modules or combination of multiple modules we are going to use from SAP on-premise here, right? So these are all some of the modules available from on-premise SAP here, right? So the first one is the ECC. ECC is the single database here, enterprise central component here. Under ECC we have multiple modules here. The SD, sales and distribution. Again we have a MM, material management. Again we have a FICO, finance and controlling here. So next we have a HCM here, human capital management. Next we have a SCM here, supply chain management. Next we have a CRM here, customer relationship management. IS retail, like that we have a n number of modules available from SAP, right? These are all on-premise applications what we discussed here. The similar way we'll talk about some of the cloud applications from the SAP here, cloud applications from the SAP. Clear? So next we'll talk about some of the, just you need to remember and no need to learn, so in depth of the each and every technology. So you are the PO consultant, you are the PA consultant, you are the integration consultant. Okay, you should know at least, so what are the applications, which are the applications you integrated, as per your requirement in the current project or previous project, that you need to learn. And that's what I'm trying to give all these applications, right? So just you need to remember these applications. That's all. No need to bother about what is happening in the inside of the SD, MM or FICO or HCM, something like that. Right? Okay, this will take care by the separate people in the real time, but you should know about these applications from each tech, each vendor here. Right? So next similar way, we'll go ahead with the corresponding cloud applications here. If you take cloud here from the SAP, so we have a S4HANA like this. So we have S4HANA, right? We have a C4HANA, I think C4HANA here, right? So next one is we have a Salesforce, sorry, not Salesforce, SuccessFactors.
Class,
right? We have a SuccessFactors here. So next one is we have a Hybris here. So next one is the C4C here, Cloud for Customer. So next IoT here, Internet of Things here. So next one is the Simple Finance, right? Simple Finance here. All right. Next one is next we have a CPI here, Cloud Platform Integration, or HCA here, HANA Cloud Integration. Like that we have a n number of modules here, n number of modules, like we can see from SAP Cloud Applications here, SAP Cloud Applications. right? So now up to last class, we discussed all the things here, right? So now next one is, if you take something here, non-SAP applications. I'm not familiar with non-SAP, but I'll give some of the applications as per my experience here, right? So let's take some of the on-premise applications here. Let's take some of the on-premise applications here. See here, we have something here, Oracle based applications in the real time. We have some Java based applications. We have some .NET based applications here. We have something here, file based applications or FTP based applications or SFTP based applications in the real time, right? SFTP based applications. Okay, now see here, we have something here, SFTP based applications here. We have a web services based applications, right? So next one is we have a, okay, so mail based applications. Okay, we have a next, okay, web client based applications. Okay, next one is the mainframe applications. Next one is the mainframe based applications here. Mainframe based, like that we have a n number of applications we can see from non-SAP here. Non-SAP, it may be some Oracle or Microsoft or IBM based applications here, right? So these are all some of the applications from on-premise, okay, non-SAP here. So the similar way, if you go to the cloud applications here, if you go to the cloud here, if you go to the, right? See here, we have something here, REST based applications here. We have a Azure here, Microsoft Azure, right? We have a MuleSoft here, right? So next one is the Salesforce here, right? So like that we have a multiple here. Okay, so next one is the AWS here, Amazon Web Services here. Like that we have a n number of, okay, cloud applications from the non-SAP here. So these are all some of the applications. Okay? So from SAP or non-SAP, it may be on-premise as well as cloud applications. So where we are going to use these applications or softwares here to run our business. Okay, to run our business. Okay, to run. Okay, we are going to use these applications to run our business systems from particular domain organization here. So let's take yesterday last class we corresponding HDFC Bank, that is the banking domain. So in the same bank we are going to apply these applications now, right? So let's go to the next slide. So we'll try to apply these applications or softwares in our organization here, right? So let's take a HDFC here. This is the HDFC, the one organization here. So what type of domain organization here? It is a banking domain here, right? So if you go to this banking domain, see here, this organization is not a single entity. It contains n number of departments here, n number of, okay, departments. Let's talk about the corresponding departments here. So we have multiple departments here. We have a multiple departments here, right? This is the one department. So like that we have a n number of departments here. So if you take this organization contains n number of departments like this, n number of departments, right? These are all departments what we have in the particular organization here. First one is the savings department here. So next one is the credit card department here, correct? So next one is the, okay, home loan department, like that we can see here. So next one is we have a personal loan department here. So we have a personal loan department like that we can see here. So next one is we have a mutual fund department here, mutual fund here, right? So next one is the gold loan department here. Okay, next one is the crop loan department here. So next one is the crop loan department here. So next one is this is the education loan department. Like that we can see the n number of departments here. N number of departments. I'm taking only some of the departments here. Okay, but if you go to the real time, okay, in the particular organization, we can see the n number of departments. Each department act as a one business system for us. Each department act as a one business system for us here, right? So now see here, this is the one business system here. Let's take it. This is the business system one here. Okay, so this is my business system one. Okay, so each department act as a one business system here. Next one is the this is my business system two here. Right, this is my business system two here. So next one is we have a business system three like this. We can see here. Right, next one is the we have a business system three. So next we have the corresponding business system 4 here, right? So we have a business system 4, right? So next one is we have this is the business system 5 here. Business system 5. Next one is the business system 6. Like that we have n number of business systems here. So next, this is my business system 7 like this. Like that, we have a n number of business systems here. To run each and every business system, okay, we required softwares. We required applications here. So what applications we are going to select? What softwares we are going to identify? Okay, what we need to do that we need to identify now. One second. So now see here, to run each and every business system, okay, we are going to use the corresponding applications here. See here, these are all applications available, okay, we see here, okay, so these are all applications here. So we are going to use, okay, these applications to run our business here. Assume that okay, to run our savings department, here we are using something here, okay, okay, file-based applications here. Assume that here we are using a file-based applications. Right, here we are using a file-based applications here. This is a non-SAP application here. Non-SAP applications. Right. The same way to run the corresponding. Okay, so this credit card department. So here we are using a what we are using here. Assume that here we are using a Oracle-based applications here. Here we are using a Oracle here. Right, here we are using a Oracle. So next one is to run the corresponding home loan department. So here we are using a Java based applications here. So assume that we are using a some Java based applications here. So here we are using a Java based applications. To run the corresponding personal loan department here, so here we are using something here. Okay, so web services based applications here, right? So next one in the same way to run the corresponding each and every department. So here we are using some the corresponding applications like this. So we are using something here. Okay, mail based applications, right? So next, so here we are using to run the corresponding gold loan department. So here we are using a something here REST based applications here. Next, so here we are using a different applications here. Okay, so here okay .NET based applications. So like that we are using a multiple applications here. Right, this is the web client based applications. So these are all applications what we are using here. It means that as of now to run our business systems, to run our organization, we are using a non-SAP applications here. Non-SAP applications here, right? So if you have a thousands of business, how many applications you need to use here? 1,000 applications you need to use here. 1,000 softwares you need to use here. You one software we cannot run our business totally, right? So we cannot run our business here. So if you have a thousands of business systems, you need to use thousands of applications, correct? So now again, okay, if you want to use particular application or if you want to run particular application, you need to identify the specific database as well as you need to identify the separate operating system also. So it means that if you are using a okay 100 applications to run our business, you need to identify 100 operating systems, 100 databases also you need to identify, right? So if you go like this, what will happen? The cost will increase. Okay, again, the corresponding complexity also will increase here. There are multiple disadvantages here. So now, as a customer, okay, I need to think here. Okay, so why I need to use these many applications, the different product applications here? Why I need to use different okay OSs here? Okay, why I need to buy the corresponding different databases? So is there any single product application who is going to manage my business? Is there any single database who is going to store my data into the single database that we need to identify now, right? That is called as a SAP here. Okay. So as of now, my business is running on okay all non-SAP applications. Now I would like to use only SAP here. SAP is the single database. Okay, so instead of using all these okay applications here, we are going to use single product applications, that is SAP here. So assume that I'm going to use a SAP now. I'm going to use a SAP here, right? I'm going to use a SAP here. So I'm going to use a SAP, right? This is the SAP or ECC applications what we are going to use here. SAP or ECC applications. It may be anything here, right? So here I'm going to use okay SAP applications here. Are you guys are clear? So instead of using a different product applications to run our business here, we are going to use single product applications who is going to okay who is going to run our business. That is called as a SAP here. So here no need to use multiple operating systems and multiple databases here. The backend always we are going to use single database and also we are going to use single OS also here, right? So here, if you observe here, to run our organization, we are using a multiple applications here. Some are SAP, some are non-SAP applications here. This is called as a hybrid landscape here. Hybrid landscape. So to run our business, we are using a multiple applications here. Some are SAP, some are non-SAP applications like that. Okay, so if you go to the real time, each and every application understand their own standard format. So each and every application is implemented based on set of rules and standards. That's what each and every application understand their own standard format. Like if, for example, if you take a country here, country is the one organization. Country contains n number of, right? So each and every state people understand their own language here. They won't understand, okay, they won't, okay, so directly we cannot communicate with one state people to another state people. So here also each and every application understand their own standard format. Directly we cannot communicate with one application to another application. We cannot communicate with Oracle to file or okay file to web client or SAP or something like this. So it means that so whatever transactions happening in the each and every department, each and every business system, the corresponding will store only on the corresponding applications, specific application here. So it means that savings related transactions, everything will store in on only file based applications, whereas credit card related transactions, everything will store in Oracle only. Right? Like that, each and every business system transactions will store in that particular the corresponding particular application or particular software itself. Are you clear here? So directly we cannot communicate with the one application to another application or one system to another system. Clear? Then why we need to communicate with one application to another application, one system to another system, that we need to identify now. For example, so one customer is applied for credit card. Now you need to provide a credit card here. If you want to provide a credit card to the particular customer, so directly we cannot provide it, right? So you need to check about the each and every other systems within the organization, as well as you need to check about out of organization level, within the country, out of country, everything you need to cross check. If all good, like if the customer feedback, okay, customer history is good, then okay, we are ready to provide a credit card here. Otherwise, no, right? How to get that information that we need to identify now? So now how we are going to communicate these applications that we need to identify now. See here directly we cannot provide the corresponding this to the customer, right? So that's what we need to communicate with the one application to another applications here. Directly we cannot communicate here. Then how we are going to communicate here? So in order to communicate these applications, in order to exchange the data between these applications automatically in the point to point integration here. In the olden days, people are using that is a point to point integration. Right? Olden days, people are using that is a point to point integration. Right? So, what do you mean by point to point integration here? For example, so if you want to communicate with the business system one to business system to here, directly we cannot communicate here. Then how we are going to communicate here? So first, you need to establish the connectivity here, right? So then once you establish the connectivity, so now the connection is fine here. Now this file Oracle format cannot understand by file, whereas file format cannot understand by Oracle. And how we are going to communicate here? So using so one mediator here who is going to convert one format into the another format. Who is going to communicate with the one who is going to convert one format into the another format here. See here, we require one connector as well as the corresponding one mediator like this. Mediator who converts one format into the another format. Clear? So the similar ways here, we received information from the business system one here. Based on business system one, I cannot provide a credit card to the particular customer here. What I need to do here? The same way I need to interact with all other business systems. All other business systems here. Right? I need to interact like this here. So now see here, you need to interact like this. You need to provide the one connection as well as you need to identify the one mediator who converts that is the Oracle format into the corresponding web client format here. Right? So like that, so how many connections we required here? We required n number of connections here. Like that, you need to provide the connections here. So one connector as well as you need to identify the one mediator also here who convert that is the one format into the another format. Next. So here you need to identify the one connector as well as mediator here. Like that, we need to use n number of connectors as well as n number of mediators here. If you have a thousands of system, thousands of applications here, how many connections we require here to get the information? We required, okay, multiple connections as well as multiple mediators also we required. So here, how many connections we required here? We required n number of connections here, as well as how many mediators we required here? N number of mediators like this. So now, so based on all this system information, we'll decide whether we can provide a credit card to the particular customer or not, right? So the same way, one customer is applied for home loan here, right? So then what do you do now? Again, you need to, okay, so this home loan department is running on Java, whereas all other departments running on different applications here. So directly we cannot communicate here. Then how we are going to communicate here? So using one connector as well as we require one mediators here. So if you go like this, how many connections we required here? We required n number of connections as well as n number of mediators also we required here. Like that, you need to use connections here, n number of connections you need to use. Sorry guys are getting up to here. So here we required n number of connections as well as n number of mediators here. So if you go like this, okay, so what will happen? So if you go to the point integration here, we have multiple disadvantages here. We have multiple disadvantages. So now if you go to the point to point integration here, we have multiple disadvantages here. What are the disadvantages here? We would require n number of connections here. Next one is we would require n number of mediators here. Cost will increase here. The time waste here. The complexity also will increase here. Right? The troubleshooting is very tough here. If any transaction fail, so in our organization, it is very difficult to identify where it is failed, why it is failed, what is the root cause, all the things, it is very difficult here. Right? So to overcome all these disadvantages here, whatever we discussed here, okay, so SAP identified one, okay, integration tool or integration technology, that is called as the PI or PO here. Instead of using a point-to-point integration here, okay, we are going to use PA here. Okay, so here it will show for business systems. Okay, this PA will act as a only single point of contact for our business systems here. So olden days people are using only point-to-point integration here. If you go for the point-to-point integration, so we have multiple disadvantages here. To overcome all these disadvantages, okay, to run our business very smoothly here, SAP identified one middleware that is called as a PA or PO here. So if you use a PA will sit in the middle of our business here. Will sit in the middle of our business. This PA will take care, okay, the integration part, everything it will take care here. So it acts as a single connector and it acts as a single mediator. It is act as a single point of contact, as well as, okay, it has a one capability that is called as a central monitoring capability. That part we'll discuss again. Clear up to here? Hello guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just you need to remember, I'm
Yes, sir.
going to share this recording in group. Okay, so from here we'll go ahead with further. Okay, so let's talk about PA or PO part.
Sir,
Okay, let me stop this recording.